Hello, NA students. Welcome to the CAD/CAM laboratory. In this lab session, you are going to learn about how to model the parts of universal coupling, which is shown here. Okay, so this universal coupling will have two forks. Okay, and these two forks are connected with a central block, and two shafts will be inserted to the holes made in the two forks, and then they are locked with the help of two parallel keys, and these two forks are connected with the help of a pin and collar. Okay, and also a small taper pin and collar, and also a small taper pin will be used. Okay, so this is how the three-dimensional assembly of an universal coupling is going to look. Now let's look at the part drawing sheet corresponding to this universal coupling. As it can be seen in the bill of materials table here, this particular universal coupling is having 7 parts. Okay, so first part is the fork, second one is the center, third is the shaft, fourth is the parallel key, fifth is the pin, sixth part is the collar, and seventh part is the taper pin. And except the center block, all the remaining parts are used 2 in quantity. Okay, center block is used only 1 in quantity. Okay, so this is the part drawing sheet now. So now let's go for modeling the part number 1, that is fork. You need to remember that this universal coupling is used to transmit the rotary motion from one shaft to the another shaft, but since it is universal coupling, the shaft here when we try to transmit the power from one shaft to the another shaft, the angle between the there can be some angle between the two shafts. Okay, there is okay, even if the axis of the two shafts are not collinear, the motion can be, the rotary motion can be transmitted uniformly with the help of this universal coupling. Okay, so now we will see how this part number 1, that is fork of this universal coupling can be modeled. So this is the front view and top view of the part number 1, that is fork. Okay, so this is the front view given here. Okay, and this is the corresponding top view. With the help of this front view and top view, we should go for modeling this fork. Now I will go to the SolidWorks and I will click on the new, I will click on the part. Okay, and then I am going to select the front plane. Okay, so what I do is in the front view I am going to model this particular portion of the fork, that is okay, in the front view, okay, this middle portion of the fork is looking like rectangle, and in the top it is looking like also rectangle here. So therefore this particular portion will be modeled, middle portion of the fork will be modeled first in the front plane. So I am going to select the front plane, and then I will select the rectangle command, and I am going to draw one rectangle something like this. Then what I do is I will select the midpoint of this line, and I will, holding the control key, I will select the origin, and I will make these 2 points as coincident. Once it is done, I am going to define the height here. Okay, the distance from here to here is given as 84. Okay, so therefore I will select smart dimension, I will add the dimension here as 84 now. Okay, and then the thickness of this middle portion of the fork is 16 mm here, so that will be added. Then what I do is so the sketch is fully defined. I will exit from the sketch mode, I will go to the features, I will go to the extra. Okay, I will go for adding the material. Okay, I will go for adding the material within the created rectangle now by using this extruded boss option, and I will use the midplane option. Now when it is seen from the top, okay, so this particular middle portion of the fork is having width of how much here, 57 mm. So the width or the depth of the middle portion of the fork can be seen in the top view here as 57 mm. So therefore the depth of extrusion should be 57 here. Then click OK. So then what I do is then I am going to model this portion. Okay, that is right portion of the fork will be modeled with respect to the middle portion. Okay, so I will try to create this portion and this portion now, but this portion and this portion is going to look like something like this in the top view. So therefore what I do now is I will select the top plane, and I will go for creating sketch in the top plane. Okay, so I will keep it in top view. Then what I do is okay, so starting from here I will create one inclined line, then an arc of radius 20 mm will be created, then one more inclined line, and the profile will be closed. Okay, so this is what I do now. So therefore I will select line command. Okay, so then from this point okay, before to that, let me go for constructing one center line. So let me draw one center line here. Okay, and then I'm going to construct one circle somewhere here. Okay, this will be done. And what I do is I'm going to select line, and that line will be drawn up to somewhere here. Then what I do is I will select this particular line and this circle. Okay, and then I am going to, so as it can be seen in this top view here. Okay, so this particular line should become tangent to this circle which is having radius of 20 mm. So therefore first I am going to define a tangent relationship between this line and this circle. So use this tangent option now. Once it is done, I will select smart dimension. I am going to give this diameter of this circle as, okay, so the diameter should be 40 now. Okay, so this will be taken as 40 like this. Okay, so then what I do is I'm going to simply extend this center line. The center line will be extended up to here. Then what we can do is I can go for trimming the unwanted portion here. So there is an option called as trim entities here. Select that. I'm going to trim this portion and this portion of the circle, and then here also we have some extra length of the line. You can zoom and you can see, you can trim that. Okay, so now this is the half of the profile that we have got. So what I do now is I will go for mirror entities. I will select these two. So this line and this arc will be selected for mirroring. Then I am going to mirror about this center line, so that we can get this profile. Then this sketch will be closed with the help of one vertical line from this point to this point. Okay, and now we should also go for constructing one more circle at the center here for diameter of 16 mm. So therefore I will select circle command. From the center I will construct one more circle here, and for this I am going to give the diameter as 16 mm. Okay, but the entities of this sketch are not completely constrained because they are appearing in blue color. Now let's see how they can be constrained. Okay, so in the front view we can see that, okay, this particular axis here, okay, this particular axis corresponds to the center of this circle here. Okay, so therefore the distance between center of the circle and this particular edge here, okay, should be 18 mm. So therefore what I do now is I will select a smart dimension. I am going to add the dimension between center of the circle and this edge as how much here, 18 mm. So this should be defined now. So this should be given as 18 mm. So the moment we added it, okay, so you can see almost all the entities are turned to black color, but still it is showing as underdefined. So there must be some unwanted entity in this sketch. Okay, so what I do, I will try to zoom it somewhere here. So if I try to zoom it here, you can see there is a small extra line created during the construction of okay, so during the construction of this particular sketch. So what I do, I will delete this particular line. Then you can see now the sketch has been completely defined or constrained. So now I will come out of this sketch mode. Then I am going to keep this in isometric view. You can see this is where we have created this profile. Then I will go for features. Then I will go for adding the material within the profile like this. I will add the material on either side. Okay, and I will add the material so mid plane. So we have to add the material for the mid plane, and what should be the height now? We need to add the material for a height of 84 mm. Okay, so I will add it for 84. Then I will click on OK. So this is how it looks now in the top view. But in the front view, we need to cut the material at the center now, because in this fork, okay, so somewhere here it is hollow. Means for 56 mm height, okay, the material should be removed here. So for doing that, what I do now is, so I'm going to turn on the hidden edges now. Okay, and then what I do is I will go for sketch. Okay, I will select the front plane first, and then I will sketch on the front plane. Okay, then I will select rectangle command here, and from somewhere here I am going to construct one rectangle. Why this rectangle is required? Okay, for rectangle shape here we need to cut the material for 56 mm height. Okay, so what I do now is I will select the midpoint of this line, okay, and origin, okay, and these two will made as coincident, and then I am going to define the height of this particular rectangle as 56, okay, and then I am going to select this particular line and this edge, okay, these two will be made as collinear. Now the sketch is fully defined. If you want to, now you can turn this back to solid form. Okay, so now you can see this is the sketch we have created, that is rectangle. So a rectangle has been created, okay, in the front plane. Now I will come out of the sketch mode. I will go to features, I will go to extruded cut. Now we have to cut the material within the profile, and we have to cut the material on either side, okay, throughout. So we are going to use through all both option here, and then click on OK. Okay, now you can see this is the front view, okay, and this is the corresponding top view of the fork. Okay, but this still this model is not complete now. Okay, what we need to add is this hollow cylindrical portion has to be added here. Okay, so as it can be seen in the front view, this portion corresponds to the outer diameter of 57 mm. So what I do now is this particular cylindrical geometry, okay, should be added from this particular face. Okay, so select this face, go to sketch, go to sketch mode, okay, select, keep it in left view now. So by keeping in left view, okay, I am going to select the circle command. From the origin now I will construct one circle here. Okay, so and I am going to give the dimension of this circle as, so what should be the diameter of this circle? So it should be 57 mm. So this should be given as 57 mm now, that is the diameter. So exit from that. So now you can see one circle is created on the left face of this fork. Okay, then by selecting that circle, I am going to add the material within that circle by using extruded boss option. So select this extruded boss. So what should be the length here? So length should be 38 mm. So therefore I am going to give the length of this cylinder as 38. Okay, so now we have got the outer surface for this left portion of the fork. Okay, but as it can be seen, this is so there should be a provision for inserting the shaft into the fork. So therefore there should be inner surface here, means it is a hollow component. So therefore what is the inner diameter? Inner diameter is given in the top view here, it is 30 mm. So therefore what I do is I will select this particular face now. Okay, and I'm going to create a sketch on that face. Okay, so keep it in left view, and then select circle command, and from the origin try to construct one more circle, and give the diameter of this circle as how much now? That diameter of this circle corresponds to the diameter of the inner wall here. So the diameter of the inner wall is 30 mm. So therefore give it as 30 mm. Okay, the sketch is fully defined now. So tilt it, and now we can go for cutting the material within that circle. So go for using extruded cut now. Use extruded cut. Okay, so and then use through all option, then click on OK. Okay, so therefore a hole has been made, okay, for the insertion of the shaft. Okay, but the shaft has to be keyed to the fork. So in order to established establish connection between the shaft and the fork, there should be a keyway. So we need to cut the keyway now, so that they have mentioned here. So there is a keyway from here to here. Okay, and this keyway is having rectangular cross section with width of 8 mm and height of the keyway is 3.5 mm. So therefore what I do now is I will select this particular face now. Okay, or even you can select this face. Okay, so select this face or this face. Okay, and then go for creating a sketch on that particular selected face, and keep it in right view. Then what I do is I will select rectangle command, and I am going to construct one rectangle like this. Okay, so once rectangle is created, they have given here this this keyway is having rectangular cross section of 8 mm width and 3.5 mm height. So therefore I am going to define the height now. height as 3.5 mm, and the width of this one should be 8 mm. Okay, so then what I do is I am going to select the midpoint. Okay, so I will try to select the midpoint of this horizontal line. Midpoint of the horizontal line will be selected, and I will select the origin, and I am going to bring these 2 points, selected points, on the same vertical line. And then what I do is I will select this bottom end point of this rectangle, and then I'm going to select this circle, and I'm going to make them as coincident. Okay, so this is how it looks. Once you are going to place the rectangle something like this, then we can go for cutting the material perpendicular to this rectangle now. Okay, so how it can be done? So sketch is fully defined now. Come out of the sketch mode. Now this rectangle is selected. By selecting that rectangle, go for using the extruded cut feature. Use the extruded cut feature, and we need to cut the material throughout this length. Okay, so throughout the length we have to cut the material. Okay, so that we can get the keyway. So go for through all. Okay, so now you can see the preview okay, of material removal within that rectangle. So click on OK now. So now you can see the keyway has been made. Okay, so this is the front view. Okay, so let me turn on the hidden edges. So okay, so this is the front view. Okay, so this front view matches with the front view given here. Okay, and let me change the view to top. Okay, so this is the top view, and this top view matches with the top view which is given here. Okay, and if you want, you can go for adding fillet on this circular edge, fillet here on this circular edge. Okay, it is left to you. Okay, but this is going to be the which one, 3-dimensional representation of the part number 1, that is a fork of the universal coupling. Now it's the time for saving this file. I will press Ctrl S, and I'm going to create a folder on the desktop by name like universal coupling. Okay, inside this created folder, I'm going to save this as part 1, and its name is going to be fork. Okay, save this. Okay, so this completes the modeling of the which one, part number 1, that is fork. That is and we need to use 2. This fork has to be used 2 in numbers. Okay, so now let me move on to the demonstration of how to model the second part, that is center. Okay, or center block. So this center block is given here. So they have given 2 views for this center block. Okay, that is this is the front view, and this is the corresponding top view. It is the center block is nothing but, okay, there will be 2 hollow cylinders placed perpendicular to each other. You can see here, this is one hollow cylinder, okay, with a height of 56 mm and outer diameter of 32 and inner diameter of 16 mm, and there is one more cylinder here which is placed at placed in the horizontal direction. This is the vertical cylinder, this is the horizontal cylinder, and the distance between the centers of these 2 cylinders which are placed perpendicular to each other is 18 mm. So therefore center block is nothing but simply creating 2 hollow cylinders, okay, one vertical and another one horizontal, and the distance between those 2 vertical and horizontal cylinders should be how much? 18 mm. So let's see how this can be modeled now. Okay, so I will close this first part. I will go to the creating new part now. Click OK. Okay, now I will go for choosing the front plane first. Okay, so front plane or the top plane, I will select the top plane first. Okay, so that I can create this vertical cylinder first. I will select the top plane because this left cylinder here, left hollow cylinder is looking like 2 concentric circles in the top view. So therefore I will select the top plane. Okay, and I will select sketch mode in the top plane. Okay, then I will select circle command. Then go for constructing 2 concentric circles. Or there is no need for 2 concentric circles right now. Just create only one outer circle first. Okay, later we will cut the inner circle. Okay, we will make the inner hole. Okay, so therefore first I will construct only one circle. Okay, for a diameter of 32 mm. So let me go for adding the diameter as 32. Then sketch is fully defined now, you can see. Then come out of the sketch mode, okay, keep it in isometric view. This is created in top plane. Go to the features, go to extruded, go for mid plane option now. Okay, so once you go for selecting mid plane option for adding the material, give the height of this cylinder as how much? 56. Okay, done. Now what I do, same thing has to be done by selecting the front plane. So because in the front plane again there is one more cylinder here, okay, for a diameter of how much? 32. Okay, and in the top we can see its length here and its length is 56 mm. So what I do now is I am going to select the front plane now. I will go for creating the sketch in front plane, okay, and I will keep it in front view. Then what I do is I will create one circle somewhere here. So one more, okay, another circle will be created, and this is the outer circle, okay, which is shown here in the front view. This outer circle is having diameter of how much? 32. Okay, means we are trying to create two solid cylinders we are trying to create, but what is the orientation between them? So one is vertical, another one is horizontal. Okay, then what I do is I will select the center of this circle and the origin, and I will bring these two on the same horizontal line. Okay, then what I do is I am going to give the distance between the center of this circle and the axis of this cylinder here, that is 18. Okay, so therefore the distance between the center of the circle that we have created and the axis of the vertical cylinder should be how much now? 18. Okay, so once it is done, okay, the sketch has become fully defined now. Exit from the sketch, keep it in isometric view. You can see now this circle has been created in the front view. Okay, or in the on the front plane. Go to the features now. Okay, by selecting that sketch to go to the features, then go for adding the material. Okay, and we have to add the material on either side of the created sketch. Go for mid plane, and what should be the length for this cylinder? That should be 56. So therefore I am going to give this as 56. Give OK. So you can see now this is how it looks. Okay. So this is the center block, but this center block needs to be hollow. But here I have created center block with two solid cylinders. So we need to make this as what? Hollow now. In order to make it hollow, so I am going to select this top face first. Okay, sketch, and I am going to keep it in top view. Then I am going to create one more circle from this origin, and I am going to define the diameter of this circle as how much here? The inner circle diameter here is 16 mm. So that will be added. This dimension will be added now. So once this particular diameter is added, now this sketch 3 is fully defined. Then go for by selecting that sketch 3, go for features, again go for using extruded cut, and extruded cut through all. Okay, we have to cut the material from top face of the cylinder to bottom face of the cylinder. So use the through all option, then click on OK. So now you can see hole has been created on the vertical cylinder. Same thing has to be done for the horizontal cylinder now. So this horizontal cylinder, the front face of the horizontal cylinder will be selected. Then select sketch option, keep it in front view. Okay, so then what I do is I will select circle command. Okay, so move the cursor on the outer circular edge here. Then it will highlight the center of that circular edge. From that center, draw one more circle. Okay, and then add the dimension as 16 mm. Because even this inner circle for the horizontal cylinder is 16 mm. Okay, so therefore give the dimension as how much now? 16. So then exit from this sketch. Okay, and then go for cutting the material within this circle from front face to the back face of the horizontal cylinder. So use extruded cut option and use through all option. So we have to cut the material from front face to the back face. Click on OK. So now, okay, we can see the center block is ready. Okay, so the central block is ready now. So therefore I am going to keep this in if you want you can keep it in top view, this top view. Even if you want you can turn on the hidden edges here. Okay, so this is the top view which corresponds to this top view in the part drawing sheet. Okay, these two are matching, and then we can change this view to front view now. Okay, in the front view, this particular front view in SolidWorks is matching with this front view given in the part drawing sheet. Okay, so therefore the model is ready now. Okay, so I'm going to bring this model to isometric view, and I will turn on the solid form. Then I'm going to save this file as a part 2. This is center block. So part 2 is ready now. So I'm going to close this window now. So let me go for creating the part number 3 now. So that is shaft. So where is the shaft is given? So this is the shaft. So creating the shaft will be very easy. Okay, so it is a shaft with a keyway here. Okay, and the width of the keyway is given as 8 mm, and this keyway is placed at a distance of 26 mm from the base of the shaft. Okay, and the shaft is having 30 mm diameter, and the keyway length is 60 mm, and there is a chamfer on the left side. Okay, for 2 mm length, and with a chamfer angle of 45 degree. So in order to create this, since this is front view, this is the left side view. Okay, so what I do is I will create this profile, circular profile will be created on the right plane first. I will go to the new part. So I will select the right plane now, go for sketch. Okay, select circle command. Okay, from the origin draw one circle and define the diameter of this circle as how much now? Diameter of the circle should be 30 mm. So 30, add the dimension as 30. Now sketch is fully defined. Exit from the sketch, keep it in isometric view. Okay, now go for adding the material. So I will try to add the material towards the left side now. Okay, not towards the right side. So I will reverse the direction, and I'm going to give this length of shaft as, so here the keyway length is 60, but this portion length of the shaft is not given. So I'm going to assume that here the shaft will have additional 30 mm length. So 60 plus 30 total, I'm going to give the length of the shaft as 90 mm. Okay, so then give it okay. So now this is going to be the front view. Okay, and this is going to be the which one, right view. So let me keep it in isometric view now. Now we should go for cutting this keyway. So how this keyway can be cut? So I'm going to select the front plane. In the front plane, I'm going to construct one rectangle here for a length of 60 mm and for height of how much here? 8 mm. And the bottom edge of this rectangle, okay, should be placed at a height of 26 mm from the base, from this line. So what I do now is I will select the front plane now. I will go for sketch. I will change the view to front view, and then I'm going to select which one, rectangle command, and from somewhere here I'm going to draw one rectangle, something like this. Okay, in the front plane. Once it is done, okay, first we need to locate the distance. That is, this dashed line corresponds to this base of the keyway here, and this base of the keyway is at a distance of 26 mm from the base of the shaft here. So therefore this particular base of the shaft, this base of the shaft corresponds to this line here. Okay, so therefore what I do is okay, so this, from this bottom line now I am going to define one more line. I am going to give the distance of this line as the distance between this bottom line and this dashed line as how much now? 26 mm. So that can be done here. Smart dimension, the distance from this line to this edge should be so we don't want to give the horizontal I will delete this. Smart dimension, select this line and this bottom edge. So this vertical distance should be given as how much now? 26. Okay, and what should be the height of this keyway? So the height of the keyway they are not given. We can take it suitably, but when we want to take the height of the keyway, remember that this top line of this rectangle should be projected outside the top surface of this shaft. Okay, so therefore I'm going to take this as around 8 mm. Okay, so you can suitably take. And what should be the length of this keyway? So the length of the keyway is given here. The length of the keyway is 60 mm. So therefore I'm going to give this as 60 here. Okay, so then exit from the sketch. Then we can keep it in isometric view, and you can see where we have created this rectangle. This rectangle is created. This rectangle has been created on the front plane. Okay, so then once it is done, select this rectangle, then go for features, go for extruded cut. Okay, and we need to cut the material on either side of the sketch. Okay, but what should be the width now? That can be seen in the left side view. In the left side view, we can see that this keyway is having a width of how much? 8 mm. So therefore I'm going to give here the depth as 8 mm. Okay, so like this. So therefore now you can see the keyway has been made. Once the keyway has been made, here it looks like there is a fillet. So and unless otherwise mentioned, here it is given that all the fillets and rounds should be of radius 3 mm. So I'm going to select fillet command now, and I'm going to select this edge here, and this will be taken as 3 mm radius. Give it OK. and also we need to give here which one, we need to give here chamfer, okay, with chamfer of length 2 mm and 45 degree. So what I do now is under the fillet command I will use the chamfer command, okay, and I will select this circular edge and I'm going to give this length as 2 mm and 45 degree, then click OK. So the chamfer has been made. Okay, so now I will keep it in front view. Let me turn on the which one, hidden edges. So this is the front view of the shaft. Okay, so this front view of the shaft okay, is matching with this front view given here. Okay, and let me go for the left side view now. So the left side view is looking like this. So this left side view and this left side view here both are looking one and the same. So therefore the created or the modeled shaft is correct. So keep it in isometric view. Okay, bring back the solid form to the shaft and save this as part 3. Okay, that is shaft. Okay, then close this window. Now we are going to create the part number 4, okay, which is the parallel key. So creation of parallel key is very simple now. So where is part 4? So here. Okay, so this is part 4. Okay, you can create this part 4 either with the help of this rectangular profile here or with the help of this front profile. Okay, they have given the which one, front view. Okay, so if you treat this as the front view, then this will become the right side view, or if you treat this as the front view, okay, so then this will become the left side view. Okay, so whichever you want you can do. So I will go for selecting the which one, I will go for using this as the this as the side view and this as the front view. Okay, so therefore in the side, by selecting the right plane, I'm going to create this rectangular profile first. Means what I do is I will select a new part. I will go for selecting the right plane now. Okay, and on that right plane I'm going to construct one rectangle like this. Okay, so from the origin itself let me create. So I'm going to create one rectangle like this. Okay, then I'm going to give you the width of this rectangle as 8 mm. Okay, and the height of this rectangle will be given as 7 mm. This should be given as 7 mm now. Okay, so now I'm going to align the midpoint of this line with the origin. Okay, so I'm going to bring these 2 points on the same vertical line, and also I will select the midpoint of this vertical line here and this origin, and again I will bring these 2 selected points on the same horizontal line, so that okay, we have brought the origin exactly at the center of this rectangle. Once it is done, come out of the sketch mode, keep it in isometric view. You can see this is our side view. Okay, so from this side view we okay, within this side profile, okay, we have to add the material for a length of how much, 56 mm. So therefore I will go for using features command, and in the features command I'm going to select the extrude command now, and the length of extrusion should be how much now, it is 56. Then give OK. So this is the which one, so this is the isometric view of the parallel key. So this is its front view, and this is going to be its right side view. Okay, is that clear? So therefore this is matching with the orthographic views given in the part drawing sheet. I'm going to save this as parallel key. Okay, so which is the next part now? So it's the time for modeling the next part, that is